Hello, everyone. This is Regular Michelle coming back to you because it's November officially. Um, I thought, why not kick off this November for this Random Talk Sunday and discuss All Saints Day, which is technically today for the 1st of November, and sort of kind of how it relates to Halloween and what's really involved with the holiday. But basically, um, this holiday, All Saints Day, is basically what it reflects within the title. It's all about the saints, in particular the Christian saints. So oftentimes this is really a part of Catholicism, although it's also a part of other Protestant dominations as well. But it's basically sort of praising all of the saints for all of their kind of good deeds and things that they've done within their life. And this includes known saints as well as unknown saints, because I guess there's some that are not really, people aren't really entirely sure of, I guess, as to whether or not they would be, I guess, classified as saints or not, or there's probably even some mystery as to whether or not certain people actually existed, especially within the medieval era. So I guess there is some gray area there. But it's basically all saints, whether they be known or not known. And this started roughly within the 2nd century AD. And I think what really initially happened, as far as from what I could tell from my research, is that basically there became too many saints because each day would have a specific saint to sort of celebrate or commemorate, and obviously it became way too much. So instead of just having each day be a different saint, they just kind of combined it all together and just said, okay, we're just going to have one day that's dedicated to all saints, and that's why we'll call it All Saints Day. And the reason why it is oftentimes associated with Halloween is because Halloween is basically the day before, or it's the All Hallows Eve, as they call it. You know, it's the eve of sort of the, I guess, the holy or the saints. But the interesting thing too is some people are kind of torn about Halloween because of the fact that, you know, it's sort of tied to paganistic rituals. But I think that sort of gave it all the more reason for, in particular, the All Saints Day to kind of incorporate Halloween, because again, oftentimes around this time of history where we see Christianity sort of rising and becoming the dominant religion, it only made sense that they would take pagan elements within their that have already existed over years and years and sort of incorporate it into the Christian tradition, and Halloween was sort of a way of doing that. In the same way that we use Christmas as the day to celebrate Jesus' supposed birth. So that's really the real history really behind the All Saints Day. And the customs vary. For the most part, there's feasts, readings, prayers, things like that that are really part of what the whole holiday is primarily about. And the interesting thing is the day after All Saints Day is All Souls Day. And so basically that was the day where they would commemorate basically all of the dead loved ones, people that you've known over the years. So it's kind of interesting because that's I think was another way of sort of compromising with Halloween as well, by having a sort of day that sort of says that the dead can come and take sort of can sort of live the life of the living, and then have All Saints Day, which commemorates all of the good and righteous supposed people, and then eventually have one that commemorates all of the other souls, so to speak. And largely, I think All Saints Day was just sort of a way to, I think, really primarily sort of compromise the whole pagan traditions that sort of existed during the time still, that really ultimately the Christian church wanted to sort of get rid of, really. And in doing so, again, kind of incorporate things so that it is associated with Christianity. In the same way that Christmas, um, they used certain pagan traditions and incorporated that into with Christianity. So that's really the basics of really All Saints Day. There's really not a whole lot to the holiday, it seems. It's just a day to really honor those who are considered holy and are people that are seen sort of, I guess, as uh, sort of higher ups, or at least within the ranks of, uh, or at least looked upon as highly by the Christian God. So that's really the real basic history behind it. But I think that's really ultimately all I can say when it comes to the specific holiday. There'll be no more Minions coming until hopefully they decide not to come next year, but they might, you never know. But yeah, I'll be sure to upload all the videos that need to be uploaded for today. But it's good to be back. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a pleasant day, week, month, and year. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care.